YouTubers, subscribers, and friends, welcome to my channel. Now, can you see the moon out there right there? I think it's a moon. It's a nice brisk 70 degrees. I came over here. I'm going to walk down this road. I'm not going to walk on the trail. Too many snakes. Look at that saguaro. It's going to have a lot of freaking flowers on it. All the buds and stuff like that. You can hear the bees buzzing in the background. Everything is alive in the desert. Somebody else is hiking out here. I would go down that trail, but I want to walk down the road. Look at that saguaro there. Just to get my walk in, get like a 20-minute walk in and turn around and come back. Flowers over there. And I've never walked down this road before. You can walk anywhere, you don't have to walk on a trail. There's a Crested Saguaro over here. Somebody asked me how you can get to it. If you come to this road right here, which is called Rudicel, that road down there is Sandario in the town of Picture Rocks. There's this Adopt a Highway sign here, and right across over there, that's where the Crested Saguaro is. That's the crested part right there. Looks like it's got flower buds on it. I stumbled onto that saguaro by accident, just hiking in the desert. But see if we can get a better view from over here. Crested saguaros. They don't even know what causes it. But it's right near this sign here. Mountains. There's a better shot of it right there. Are these cholla cactuses blooming? My toe is doing fine. It's not bothering me anymore. I think it's healing. It's a tall cholla there with all these bright color flowers on there. This is a safe way to hike in the desert. I'm hiking in the desert, but I'm actually hiking on the side of a road. This road doesn't really get that much travel on it. That's what that thing is. Besides, if you want to see snakes, you hike by the road, because the road seems to be where all the snakes are, because there's all kinds of dead ones on the road. It's like a lightning strike victim there. Carnage. All these flowers over here across the street. These things are popping to me. They're saying, come film us. So my wife and I have decided, after talking with the real estate agent for like over an hour yesterday, decided that we're just going to list the house ourselves, and we're going to try for a couple months ourselves to see, oh, there's bees flying on me, see if we can sell it ourselves. The real estate agent, when she was coming over our house, she told us that she ran over this big rattlesnake about 6 feet long on the road. She said she tried to miss it, but she ended up running over it. So, the snakes are out. One of the reasons why we decided we're going to list it ourselves is because the real estate agent told us that she's not going to put a sign up. She doesn't do open house, and she could only show the house on appointments only. So, I don't know. I just told my wife, you know, why don't we just do it ourselves? Every house we've owned, we've sold it ourselves. So we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to list, because I asked the agent, you know, they put it on their website, then they listed on the house on several other websites, and I was just like, everything she's telling me, I told my wife, we could just do that ourselves, you know. The reason why she says she doesn't do open house is because she's like, that invites nosy neighbors into your house. From her experience, she's never sold a house doing open house, and that only the neighbors that live around you, they want to come in your house and they want to look around and be nosy. So I was like, I understand that, but I want to sell my house. See how far I walked. I already walked 15 minutes. Can't even see my cars all the way down to the end of the road there. $15 and then 15 minutes back, 30-minute walk. I'm going to walk a little bit further. Let's see what else is down here I can see. This one's going to have a lot of flowers on it. Here, another weird thing. I woke up this morning. I got an email from Craigslist saying that my car that I listed, the listing has expired. Now, I know that the Craigslist was going to do this. I just didn't think they were going to do it this soon. Because I watched the video of Non-Mechanic 101, Hector. He was talking about, he read online that Craigslist was going to start charging $5 per ad, and I thought, well, maybe he's in New York, maybe they just do that in New York. And sure enough, I woke up this morning and I posted my car on Craigslist for sale, and it said that your listing expired. If you'd like to renew it, so I clicked renew, and then asked for your credit card information, all that, and they want to charge you $5. And I was like, I don't think so. I'm not paying $5 when there's so many other websites out there I can post for free. Like, I could put it on Facebook if I want, and the only thing is I just have to make a Facebook account because I don't have Facebook. There's a lot of websites in this town that I live in. I think it's called the Warrior or something like that, and there's another one called Neighborhood or something like that I have to check out when I get home later. But just too many free websites. I was wondering why, when I look on Craigslist every day in the car section, because I'm still looking for a car for my son, but I'm not in a rush because my wife's like, why don't you just wait, because he can't drive by himself for another 6 months. So why don't you just wait, you know, and then you don't have to rush. Thought that was a rabbit. So how did a rabbit get on top of a saguaro? And I was noticing there was not that many people selling cars on Craigslist. It's like there's usually like 3 or 4 pages of car section that, you know, per day. And when I was looking the last couple of days, it's like, why is it like the same cars from 3 days ago? Nobody's posting, nobody's selling anything? Now I know why. There's a huge bird flying over me. Let's see the shadow on the ground. Where is he? Oh, there he is right there. That is a big bird. He was circling me and I saw the shadow on the ground. Huge shadow. Anyways, 55 years old. I've been looking so forward to turning 55, and now I'm 55. It's just, time flies, man. Time flies. It just seemed like yesterday I was celebrating my 21st birthday. It's amazing how fast time flies. Beautiful day today, though. It's amazing that the ground is very, very cool. It's not hot at all, and that's the blacktop. Although it feels like it's really hot right now walking. I'm walking at a fast pace. Basically because I don't really have to focus or pay attention on where I'm putting my feet because I'm walking on the side of the road. And speaking of time flying, I started walking out here in the desert. I've been out in the desert my whole life, off and on, living in Arizona and Florida and wherever else I live. I've always been hiking and exploring. Indonesia. When I hiked in Indonesia, maybe you're new to my channel, you don't know. My wife's Indonesian and we live in Indonesia for 3 years. I went out in the jungles by myself. And the things you got to worry about when you're hiking in Indonesia is Nile monitors. They got these giant lizards, man, that are bigger than my dog running around out in the jungle. And I was hiking down this trail, and like, say where that telephone pole is right over there, standing right out in the middle of the trail, I said, "Oh man, look at that dog, that's a big dog." And I started walking towards it, because not too many people in Indonesia have dogs as pets. As I was getting closer to it, it turned and faced me, and the first thing that popped in my head was, oh my goodness, is that an alligator? Because the way it walked, from living in Florida, it looked like an alligator walking towards me. And it was blowing my mind, because I was just like, I didn't know there was alligators in Indonesia. And I continued to walk towards it, and then I got to about maybe as close as that mailbox is right here. I don't know, that's probably about 75 feet. It stopped and turned this way, gave me a profile view of it, and I was like, that's a giant lizard. That is the biggest freaking lizard I've ever seen. And then I grabbed my phone and took a picture of it. And it scurried off and went into the jungle. And I was like, oh my God, it's like seeing a Bigfoot sighting. Nobody's going to believe me. I go back, my wife is not going to believe me. Because this was when we were living in Manado, on the island of Sulawesi. We were out living in the jungle up on the mountain. And I built a 2-story building on there. You can go look at my playlist, my videos, the things I did when I lived in Indonesia. I got some videos over there talking about what I did in Indonesia. But anyways, I went back and I told my wife, and she was nuh-uh. She didn't believe me. And then I showed her the picture, and at the time I had about 15 guys working for me. I showed them, and they wanted to know where it was, because they wanted to go hunt for it, because they catch them and they eat them. You know, and I was like, I don't know, this thing's pretty big, man. Nile monitor, kind of scary looking. I mean, I see lizards all the time here in the desert, but this was like Godzilla size, you know, huge, big, bigger than my dog Josie. And the way that it walks like a crocodile or an alligator. It was strange and unusual. Alright, I've been walking for 25 minutes. I'm going to cross the street and walk back. Wait for these cars to go by so I can go over and look at these flowers over here. That is a big saguaro right there. Pretty tall. It's beautiful to see these flowers and the cactuses out here. I say this all the time. The video doesn't do it justice. You know, I take pictures of these flowers and stuff of my hikes, and I put them on my Instagram. I seek out the Truth Arizona. So, let's see what they feel like. Uh-oh. Freaking bee flying around me. That was a huge bee. He's flying around my head. So yeah, time flies by, man. I started walking back in February 2012 because I was really fat and overweight. A lot of people don't believe me, but if you go back and watch some of my really old videos, you look at my shadow, how fat I am in my shadow, and you look at my fingers, it's like 2 fingers make 1 finger. I mean, I was 2 pounds away from 300 pounds. I had a breathing problem, and I can't even see my car, man. You hear me in the videos when I'm talking and walking, and I sound like Vader. You know. Where's the droid? It's a nice gate. Look at this right here. This is a big flower, man. I think that's called a hedgehog.
Look how beautiful it is, huh? Oh, so beautiful.
This is what this feels like. Feels like velvet. It's all hollow down in there. There's a spider web down inside there too. And then look at all these other flowers. See, I would have never seen this big beautiful flower like this if I didn't come walking over here on this road. That's another thing. I get people tell me all the time, well, we don't have a beautiful desert or beautiful parks where I live. You know, just get out and walk. Just get out and exercise. You know. Back in 2012 when I started walking, it's because my grandson told me. I've talked about this many times, but I know I got a lot of new subscribers and stuff like that. My grandson, they came out to visit me, my daughter and my grandkids, and we were walking in the desert, and I was breathing hard, and you know, he was heavy, and he just looked at me and said, "Yay, they call me Yay, and it's Chinese for grandpa. Yay, why are you so fat? You breathe funny, Yay." And like I said in the past, I didn't notice it until after they left, went back to Florida, and then I started thinking about what he said, and then I went back and watched some videos, and I noticed, you know what, he is right, he's right. I wasn't diabetic back then, that was 2012. I wasn't diagnosed with diabetes until 2 days before my 50th birthday. Now I'm 55. And I've tried all the diets and exercise and routines in the past, and nothing's worked. You know, I say it all the time. The only way you're going to lose weight, or the only way you're going to make drastic life changes in your life is you have to want it. And if you don't want it bad enough, you'll never get it. You'll just give up. That's why diets don't work, because people expect changes to happen overnight. You know, like my sister, she's been doing, you know, she's trying to do lose some weight and change her lifestyle, and a week later she came over and she's like, I don't see any changes. You guys notice any changes? And it doesn't happen overnight, right? Especially if you're like really heavy like I was. It took years to put on that weight, and it's going to take a long time to get that weight off. You know, you just don't give up. You know, that's like when I told my wife, you know, listen, we'll sell the house ourselves, and it doesn't sell, and then it wasn't meant to be. Because she's always telling me that stuff. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. No matter what it is. Look at this, flowers all over there. No matter if it's getting a job, or losing weight, or finding a wife, or a girlfriend, or a husband. If it's meant for it to happen to you at that point in your life, it's going to happen. Just like losing weight. You know? You have to want it. And if you want it bad enough, it will happen. You know, like I always talk about in my videos, you know, we manifest what we want. And a lot of people, they say they want to lose weight, but they really don't want to lose weight. You know, they give up after 2 days, or they don't have any willpower. You know, they give in, they start shoving that pizza down their throat. See, I do intermittent fasting, the keto lifestyle, and every once in a while I do like to eat pizza, but here's the difference. When I ate pizza before, I would eat 2 whole large pizzas by myself. My wife would buy like 4 or 5 pizzas. I would eat just 2 by myself. Now, if I want to eat pizza, and it was thick crust pizza. Now, if I want to eat pizza, I will order a small, very thin crust with no tomato sauce, and I would only eat 2 pieces. And then I'll go out and take a walk. So, because there's a lot of people that contact me, email me and direct message me, and they're like, tell me what I got to do, brother, because I want to get down to a certain weight. And well, I don't know your lifestyle. Tell me a little bit about you. And then they tell me what they're eating and what they're drinking. I was like, well, you know, if it was me, I would cut out the beer or the pasta or the bread, and then they, right off the bat, they get very angry at me. And it's like, I don't know why you're getting, you know, don't shoot the messenger. You know, I talk to people a lot on Instagram and emails. Let me show you how people talk to me. If you have Instagram, you got this little arrow up here in the corner. Let me touch that. All right, I'm going to use this subscriber just mic. He's on vacation. I'm going to push that microphone. You push it and you just hold it like that. I'm doing a text mic, and then it shows it right there, and then when they get it, they just push play. Hey Mike, how's it going? How's your vacation going? Are you pushing? You just hold it like that. Doing a text mic. Anyways, that's how I talk to people on Instagram direct message. This is hard to see. That the sun is so bright. It'll probably take 3 days before he replies back to me. But that's how a lot of people talk to me on direct messaging. Ask me questions about videos and what am I doing, stuff like that. And those things that you hear in my videos, sometimes I edit out a lot. There's some of them I can't quite edit out. That those are people sending me direct messages. Anyways, like I said, you have to want it. No matter what it is in your life, you have to want it, or else it's never going to happen. So to get back to what I was talking about, we're going to list the house, what is it, Thursday, right? So my wife's like, I want to list the house on Thursday in the evening because people get home and that's when they have time to start looking for houses. So I was like, whatever you want to do, you know. She's always telling me, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So if it's meant for us to sell this house, then the house will sell. That was another thing the realtor was telling us. I was like, well, how come you're not going to put a sign up in front of our house? She's like, oh man, the property out here is selling so fast that it would take 3 to 4 days before we get a sign put up. By then, your house could probably be already sold. So I was like, really? I told my wife, wow, she seems pretty confident. You know, so why are we going to pay her this huge commission if the house is only going to sell in 3 or 4 days, in her opinion? I said, why don't we just do it ourselves? You know, so that's what we're going to do. You know, let me go on record saying this. I'm not the one that wants to sell the house. I'm perfectly content living where we live in at right now. But if she wants to sell it, well, let her sell it, and then we'll move to wherever. Look at that one's got different color flowers on it. I didn't see any lizards at all, or nothing. It'd be like, I don't know, maybe a month, and then all of these flowers, they will all fall off and die, and then these buds will turn into fruit. That is a big bead. I don't know if the camera caught it, but there's a big spider web right here. Turn into these gigantic purple fruits that they make cactus jelly out of, prickly pear cactus jelly out of. I myself have tried the cactus jelly. I don't care for it myself, but there are people out there that do like it. See, I'm almost back to my car. It's going to be almost 45-minute walk. I walked so far down this road on the right side and I came on the left side. See, no excuses. There's no excuses to not get out and get your exercise or go for a walk. You don't have to have a park. You don't have to live in the Arizona desert. You could go to the mall. So if you live in the city, go to the mall. Walk around inside the mall, the air conditioning. You know, there's no reason to not get out and have some exercise. Put down that TV remote. Just rotting your brain and programming you to believe the garbage they put on there. Get out and get you some vitamin D. And look at this one. This thing is covered with flowers. So that's what's going on in our house now. There's still a lot of stuff that I need to repair on the house. I told my wife to list it as is because this was a fixer-upper when we bought it. And I thought we were going to be living here for the rest of our lives. And I thought, well, I have plenty of time to fix everything. And I have been fixing a lot of stuff. Like the kitchen floor, we redid the kitchen floor. One of the main things that we wanted to do, my wife wanted to do, was completely remodel the kitchen. And look at the flowers way over there. I thought that was going to be the next thing we do. But no, she wants to sell it. Change. Change is good. I don't mind change. Look at that bird. I see you, bird, on that saguaro. Gonna focus on that bird? I don't know what that is though. Might be a cactus wren. Doesn't look like a woodpecker. I love these Sony cameras because I can zoom in so far away. And I don't have to go walking into the dangers of the desert. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end the video here. I'm almost back to my car. Look at these. That Jeep right there, those people that parked there, they're from Michigan. They're out here hiking. I hope they're careful in the desert because this is really not the time to be out in the desert. Very dangerous. This was a nice walk. Although my shirt is soaking wet, I'm sweating like crazy. And the moon is still out. It's almost gone. I don't know if you're going to see it there. I know, I can't see it in the viewfinder. It's almost gone. That's the saguaro I filmed at the beginning of the video. Anyways, if you like these kind of videos, give me the thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below or send me an email or direct message me on Instagram. It's awesome to see saguaros like that with the flowers on it. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Don't cost you anything. It's free. And remember, be kind to people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat them with kindness. And thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. I'm gone. I'm gone.